Hello, and welcome to our online tutorial on preliminary transcript evaluation. Since the University of California, Santa Barbara, UCSB, does not conduct preliminary transcript evaluations, this tutorial is designed to assist you in reviewing your coursework in order to plan for your transfer path. Before you view this tutorial, you should view the admissions criteria video available at. If you have viewed the admissions criteria video, you are ready to take the next step. Before we begin, you will need the following materials: transcripts, either official or unofficial, from your previous institutions, access to a computer and the internet, catalogs from the institutions you attended in the years that you attended them. For example, if you attended Duke University in 1998, you will need a catalog from Duke University from 1998. You will also need access to the UCSB catalog from this current year. This can be found on the website. If you have syllabus from classes you have taken readily available, have those handy. Now that you have your materials together, you can compile a campus profile. If you have attended multiple institutions, you will need to compile a campus profile for each institution. Please answer the following 3 questions. Question number 1, does this campus have a regional accreditation? Question number 2, is this campus on the semester system or the quarter system? Question number 3, is this a 2-year institution or a 4-year institution? There are a couple of ways to find your campus's regional accreditation. The first one is to look at the back of your official transcript. So this is an example of Drake University's transcript, and if you look at the bottom of this transcript, you can see the regional accreditation. So for us, what would be important is to note that this school is recognized by the Higher Learning Commission of Northern Central Associations of Schools and Colleges. This is the NCASC. UCSB is recognized by the WASC, the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. So that's what we're looking for, is regional accreditation, as you can see on the screen. So the first thing is to look on the back of your transcript. The second thing you can do is look in the catalog of the school that you attended and look for the regional accreditation. And some campuses actually post it on their website, so you might be able to find it there. If you can't find it in the catalog, the transcript, or the website, go ahead and call that school's office of the registrar. Sometimes it's just called a registration office, or in some cases they refer to it as admissions and records. So go ahead and call them and ask them what the regional accreditation is. So using the same transcript, we can look at the transcript to figure out whether your campus was on the quarter system or the semester system. If you look again at the Drake transcript that I have in front of us, their academic credit is given in semester hours. So that means that the courses you took at this campus would be given to you in semester credit, not quarter credit. Alternatively, you can also look up this information in their catalog, sometimes on their website. And again, if you can't find it, then go ahead and call their office of registration. You can use a transcript to figure out if your school is a 2-year campus or a 4-year institution. The way that you would figure that out is by finding out if they grant bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, or anything beyond an AA degree. So on this transcript, if you read a little below this, it'll talk about bachelor's degrees and master's degrees. Also, if you look at the course numbering, they teach courses for graduate level work. So this means this is a 4-year institution. If you don't have a transcript to refer to, you can always look on the school's website. Usually it'll say it around their mission. And also you can call them. Now that you have the basic information about your previous institution, we can continue with course transferability. You can get a good idea of the courses that will transfer by noting that UCSB is looking for courses that are clearly academic. Many general introductory courses, such as general psychology, intro to physics, and introduction to logic, will often be transferable. Courses that are heavily vocational or technical generally will not transfer. So if you look at the transcript right in front of us, you'll see that this person had some CLEP credits, that's military credits. If you have military credits, they usually will not transfer. If you went to a military school but took courses that are theory-based, they will probably transfer. So you have to look more closely at that. So again, CLEP credits are non-transferable. If a course is determined not to be transferable, you will not receive credit for it. This means it will not factor into your GPA and you won't get units towards transfer. The good thing about it is if you failed a course, then it's not going to affect you. Bad thing about it is if you got an A, it's not going to help you either. Also, if you were counting on those units to make your minimum eligibility of 60 semester units or 90 quarter units, it could disadvantage you. So let's try doing an unofficial transcript evaluation. The first thing we're going to do is pick a class on this transcript and then look up the course description. We want to make sure that the class we pick is transferable. One thing to note is that it does fulfill a general education requirement, so that's really good. It's descriptive statistics, it's worth 4 units, and it also has a stated prerequisite. So down here you can see that there's a stated prerequisite of a mathematics placement exam or a course. We want to make sure that the course that's a prereq is intermediate algebra. So here, 221 is actually Intro to Probability and Statistics, but this course also has a prereq, and the prereq is Math 104. So we're going to go back and look it up to see what Math 104 is. So it's intermediate algebra. So intermediate algebra is not transferable, but it is a stated prereq, and that's important to note for this course. Okay, so now that we've done the math course, now we're going to look for an English course. It's important to remember that the 2 of the most important requirements for transferring into UCSB is going to be 2 English composition courses and 1 transferable math class. So we found this person's transferable math class. Now let's search for an English class. And now we're searching for English 145, which is at the top. A couple of key things to note is that it fulfills a general education requirement for graduation, which it does. It has a stated prereq, which it does, and that it's at minimum 4 quarter units or 3 transferable semester units. So English 145 at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo is transferable in 2009 because that's the catalog year we have up. So the next step would be to go through the transcript and find the second English composition course. We're not going to do it on this broadcasting because we don't really have a lot of time, but what you're looking for is something that says composition and literature. Note that if it says American literature, it will not meet the requirement because what you're looking for is something in English composition. So now let's pick another class on this transcript, and I'm going to teach you how to figure out the transferability of individual courses. So let's use Political Science 225, Intro to International Relations. Now what you're going to need is a catalog, again, from the school that you attended and the year that you attended it, and we have the Cal Poly catalog already. And then you're also going to need the UCSB catalog, but I'll teach you how to do that in a second. So go down to Political Science and look up the course description. 225 is on the left-hand side of the page. Introduction to International Relations. So what we want to learn is, what did you do in this course? Let's go ahead and go to the UCSB catalog. So go to the website, www.ucsb.edu. Now you're going to take note of the index at the top of the page and click on letter C. Click on Catalog, General. And at the top, what you're looking for is course description. You see it says search and courses at the top right hand side of the page. Now in that box, type in political science. Now this is all the political science courses taught at UCSB. We're looking for something in international relations, so let's look for the headings. I don't see anything by that title, and since sometimes you won't find the exact title that you're looking for, you're going to have to read through the descriptions to see what they teach. Or you could also type it into the search box and see what comes up. So it looks like Poli-Sci 7 is Intro to International Relations. We didn't see it in the other page, but that's fine. So that sounds pretty similar to what the Cal Poly one is. So that would definitely be transferable, is the Intro to International Relations, just basic concepts and theories. So we're looking for something that is heavy in theory and not vocational, and that course is definitely a theory course. It's important to remember to allow yourself room for error. There's no way to know exactly what will transfer and what won't transfer, so what we're doing is helping you find a best assessment. If a course has a description that is too vague, you want to make note of that on your application, and you want to get a hold of the syllabus of that course. We may need it to determine transferability at the time that you applied. Best of luck, and feel free to watch any of our other tutorials.